Because New Horizons was recently released, there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to hybrid flowers. Guides are constantly being updated, leading to confusion and hours spent trying to breed the wrong flowers. For a while, every guide I looked at didn't seem to match up. As people experimented with the craziness that is Animal Crossing color theory, the community has settled on these theories. And by settled, I mean we've just accepted that we all have no idea of what we're doing. We need structure. Yeah. Sure, the game is new. There are other ways to get specific hybrid colors, and these are most likely not the only ways. Originally, this video was just supposed to be a hybrid guide, but let's face it, a dozen other people have already done that, so this very unique video idea quickly fell out of my head. What I did notice, however, is that none of the videos I've seen actually showed the process of getting the second tier of hybrid. So I couldn't be certain if this is the most efficient way to breed these hybrids, or how long it took these hybrids to spawn. There are 3 classes of flowers. First, you have your primary flowers. These are the whites, yellows, and reds. Unless it's a windflower, then the yellow's replaced with orange, but you know what I mean. Breeding these flowers gets you what I'm referring to as Tier 1 hybrids. Examples of these are 2 red roses making a black rose, a red and yellow lily making an orange lily, a red and white cosmo making a pink cosmo. Pretty simple. If you plant the primary colors correctly next to each other, these hybrids spawn in a couple of days. The probability of obtaining these hybrids is high. Then you have what I call Tier 2 hybrids. These are created by taking 2 Tier 1 hybrids, crossbreeding them, and creating another color hybrid. There's also a thing where you need to put 2 hybrids together to get a hybrid primary color, so technically that one's also tier 2, but this is too confusing. Why do we need hybrid reds when we already have reds? I don't understand. These tier 2 hybrids are the ones that I couldn't find a timeline for. By the way, quick side note, many of the guides suggest planting your flowers in the zigzag-esque style to optimize your hybrid breeding. While I prefer this method for easier watering purposes and needing less flowers, the side-by-side method does work just as well for me. So it's all really however you want your flower set up on your island, but the more spots you leave open around your flowers does matter. It gives the hybrids more options to spawn. Before beginning this hybrid experiment, I had to clean up my island a bit. Flowers can only make hybrids if they're watered, so you should only water flowers that you want to create hybrids with. Hybrids don't die in New Horizons like they do in past Animal Crossing games. Tree saplings don't die either, which is completely unrelated, but something I felt like I needed to point out for some reason. When it rains on your island, all your flowers get watered. Don't have to waste time breaking watering cans when it rains. But this is New Horizons, and when you arrive at your island, there are flowers all over the place. To stop flowers from breeding when it rains, I spent some time cleaning up. And by some time, I mean about 30 minutes or so of digging up roses. While I was doing so, I questioned if the multiplying weeds would be a negative factor. Part of me says, probably not. The other part of me spent another 30 minutes getting rid of all the weeds, just in case. Also, don't disconnect when weeding. God damn it, just don't have anyone else on your island. It's devastating, it's horrible. I should have just stopped the video idea here, but I already gotten this far, so I weeded my entire island all over again. While creating this video, a couple of the guides I used had changed a few times, or were updated during the recording. After scouring every guide, I decided on this one. Now, this is just a guide. Others have also informed me of their crazy color combination experiences working to produce a specific color that isn't listed in any of the guides. For my process, I would plant specific flowers, this time I used already bloomed cosmos, next to each other and water them. I used a flimsy watering can at first because I felt like I needed the extra control over which flowers were watered, but this thing breaks so freaking often. I ended up hitting some rocks to get iron to make a proper watering can. It still didn't last super long, but longer than the flimsy one. I have no idea what is in the water in New Horizons, but goodness, does it eat through wood and iron pretty freaking quickly. I would then save and quit, go to my Switch settings, time travel to the next day, and repeat the process. It is worth noting for all of you time traveling addicts that if you travel back a day, a week, a month, whatever, the game does not count it as a new day. But you must re-water your flowers. I guess because you've technically gone back in time before you watered them? I don't know. Time travel is confusing. So every time I reset to the 20th, I would have to re-water, save, quit, and continue on to the next day. On the 3rd time travel day, voila, pink cosmos. Easy peasy, hello pink. A few more broken tools later, and we are off to breed orange cosmos. A couple time traveled days later, we get orange cosmos. Again, pretty simple. I repeated this process with all the primary flowers to obtain these tier 1 hybrids. The next part is the horror that is tier 2 hybrid flowers. Day after day, week after week, nothing. Just more tier 1 hybrids, and then occasionally a primary flower. No matter what I did, these tier 2 hybrids never spawned. I started trying to rearrange them. Maybe they needed more flower friends to be coaxed into creating a hybrid? Nothing worked. Did all these guides just lie to me? Maybe the way they got their hybrids wasn't the most efficient way and it was just dumb luck. Does time travel stunt flower growth? Probably not, because all the other hybrids I've just made and the dozens of guides online have all proven some type of success. Then, there is the mysterious hybrid flower island. A Nook Miles mystery island completely covered in hybrids from one type of flower. I reached out on Twitter and through a community post on YouTube to see what all of your experiences were with these second tier hybrids. Some of you had similar problems to me, others had no problems whatsoever. I did notice a large number of those that had no problems getting these tier 2 hybrids harvested their tier 1 hybrids from Hybrid Island. Do these flowers have better chances at spawning new flowers? Are these people just far luckier than I? I think we've decided the answer to that one is probably yes. So what if I went to Hybrid Island and found my own flowers to breed? Would I have just as much bad luck as I've been having? Or is the probability for spawning the next level of hybrids higher with these flowers? The only way to find out was to buy 11 Nook Miles tickets and hope for the best. On the 10th one, I found it. Hybrid Island full of blue and orange pansies. I loaded up on the flowers, flew back home. Unsure of how easy it would be to spawn a hybrid, I planted 4 different groups of the blue and orange flowers so I could get the hybrid orange pansies so I could breed the 2 hybrid oranges together to get purple. At least that was the plan. And then 2 days into this plan, lo and behold, a purple pansy. This was the most frustrating thing ever. I time traveled countless days to try to get these naturally and nothing. Then you go to Hybrid Island and instantly I get what I'm looking for. I have no idea what this means. I'm not some oatmeal dome data miner, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the probabilities of breeding new flowers. Maybe these hybrids have better probabilities attached to them, kind of like how Caterpie has a 5% spawn rate in the Viridian Forest in Pokemon Red. But you hop on over to Pokemon Blue, and the probability increases to 50%. Maybe it's a similar idea. Creating these hybrids on your own island has a minuscule chance of being successful. Spend a few Nook Miles to find the mystery hybrid island, and now your odds have jumped so high that these hybrids are now a piece of cake to breed. But this was my experience, and the experience of some others who I've talked to. This may not be your experience. It seems there are almost no precise rules that we know of when it comes to breeding hybrids or finding the best combinations of colors. I got far more pink roses from 2 red roses than I did black roses. It doesn't make any sense. There's no concrete way to do it. As frustrating, tedious, and time-consuming it was to spend 3 days straight watering flowers and time traveling, the outcome is very Animal Crossing-esque. You play your own way, you find your own experiences, you share them with others, and you enjoy the spoils of all your hard work. What's your experience with hybrids in New Horizons? Have you bred hybrids from primary all the way to the end of the hybrid line? Please let me know in the comments below, because I want to know if it's possible. And hopefully some kind of explanation is discovered soon. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next Animal Crossing video. Bye! There is a blue balloon. I am so sick of these Easter balloons. It's day 2. Clay. God damn it. Should have just ignored it.